reduce background noise. All right, I'm live. Welcome into my home, everyone. My little crafting corner over here in Texas. My name is Sandra Waldrop, and you are watching Kingdom Acres. This is my segment on Craft Around the Clock today. Let me go ahead and just fix my camera. I'm a little crooked. And okay, I'm still crooked. I'm trying my best. Okay. So today we are doing another little scrap wood project. I did that little this little church chapel the other day, last week, Fun Friday, the Power Tools one. And I'm super excited about it. Just super excited about it. I had some friends give me a bunch of scrap wood. They're actually fence pickets. And so I've just been going to town with the chop saw. Hello, Miss Lori. How are you? Hi, Tracy. So we're going to be putting together not a church or a chapel. We are going to put together a little Christmas country farmhouse. Okay, it's going to be so much fun, so cute. I'm so excited about this already. But first, I have to show you something. My sweet friend Cassandra over at Willow Heart Prims sent me a little package with some goodies. Okay, let's see. It's got a card here. It says, "Hi, how are you? Thank you for your purchase and support of my shop. I hope your day is going well. Stay in touch. I have my live shopping shows on Facebook. Facebook, Willow Heart Primitives." And then she has a newsletter and an email. So there's that. If y'all would like to screenshot and then flip it, you can go ahead and do that to be able to get that information if you are wanting to engage with her, make a purchase. So let's look at what she sent. The first little piece of fabric, let me just go by these one by one. It has, oh my gosh, and it smells amazing. It smells so great. Cinnamon sticks, Christmas candy, fresh baked, and then candy cane cents, 10 cents. Candy canes, 10 cents. So those are super cute. You can find a million ways to use those. I know. Hi, Linda. How are you? And then, so she sent me 3 pieces of fabric. So that was one. And the next 2 are these square tags. Aren't those just darling? Comfort and joy. And then comfort and joy. So all 4 of them say comfort and joy, but in different ways, different styles of the tags. So those are just adorable. And then we have our little snowmen that say different things. Okay, so one says believe, one says joyful, peace on earth, and then the other one says joyful down there in the bottom. So those 4. Aren't those cute? Hi, Miss Liz. How are you? Oh, thank you so much. So I'm going to be, hopefully I won't run out of time. Y'all know how I am. I get jibber jabbering and telling my stories, and then all of a sudden I'm out of time. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this together. But I'm going to show you guys what I have for my pieces of my farmhouse. So just for the front of the farmhouse, I have this little piece. And then I have these 2 side pieces that are, and I'm just going to use wood glue and hot glue. Okay. And look, it's standing. It's not even glued yet. Okay. And then I have some little embellishment pieces, my little barn door and my little window for the top. So, and we'll do some painting and make it all cutesy. Okay. And then hopefully we can do like a little bow somewhere and do our tag on it as well, because I'm super excited for these little tags. They are just so sweet. So sweet. So this side of this one has some staining. I love the staining. I really do. But just for our purposes, I'm going to actually use this side of it. So I'm going to flip these around. Yeah, I'm going to flip these around. So this one's on this side and get those glued down. And it's really odd because these came off of the same board. And you can tell that this is the bottom of the board because I didn't cut it. So I'm not really sure. You know what? I bet you that part had another piece of wood going across it. And that's why it got stained like that. But I think that is really cool. If I would have noticed it earlier, I probably would have tried to find another one with that same staining so that I could use it like that. But now you could push these all the way in and not have such a wide base, or you could bring them out, you know, as far as you want. You could even glue them to the sides if you want, but I like the 3D look. So I'm putting the front on top and I'm looking for my wood glue. Hello, Miss Brenda. How are you? Oh, my sweet friends. I've been missing y'all. Things have been busy, of course. Y'all know me. Church last night. My little one will, of course, be in the Christmas play at church. So now there's Christmas play practice and all of the fun, all of the Christmas fun things, right? We're doing Christmas caroling with the co-op. So I am working with our co-op kids to do, to learn some of the traditional Christ-centered Christmas carols. I love the Santa Claus ones, but you never know from year to year which families are gonna say no to Santa. So for a Christian co-op, you kind of just have to play it safe to avoid any belief differences. You know how that goes. I remember when my youngest daughter was little, and we laugh about this now, but her best friend, every time Santa Claus came up, she would be like, her best friend would tell her, she's like, don't tell anyone I told you. He's not real. She would tell her that, and she'd come home and she'd be like, Mom, McKenna says there's no Santa. And I was like, well, McKenna just doesn't have him come, okay? Like, I don't know. McKenna's parents don't have him come. Like, what do you say? What do? You can't be like, well, McKenna's just, naughty or something. Oh gosh, what did you, oh, I grabbed the wrong cord to pick that back up. So it was a lot of fun. And I was talking to her mom about it the other day, a couple weeks ago when we were at fair. We were talking about it and she was like, oh, McKenna knew not to tell Arabella because we knew that y'all did Santa Claus. And I was like, dude, every year I would have to talk my kid down. And she was like, what? She wasn't supposed to say anything. I was like, well, she did. Oh gosh, these kids just crack me up. They crack me up. You would have said she was naughty. I know you would, Erin. Oh gosh, but it would just, like, at the time I was like, gosh golly, why is this a big fight every year? And then I just got to where it was one of the Christmas traditions, me fighting with my toddler or young child about the existence of Santa Claus. I was like, here we go again. But then on the other side of that, we had cousin who desperately wanted to believe in Santa, and the parents were like, there's no Santa. And he would be like, every time it would come up and Arabella would be like, there is too a Santa. And he would be like, I knew it. I knew there's a Santa. So funny. These kids, they crack me up. Anyway, so I've got this little piece here and I want it to go across the top of my door, my barn door, to give it that barn door look, right? And then we'll paint on like the X. But this is like the slider. Hello, Choose Joy. Okay, come on. Let me get that. Right there. So, I have to report on how well I've been doing, okay, to bring my iron up for y'all who know what's going on. I've had beets 2 days in a row. Do you see the rosy glow of my cheeks? Hello, Natalie. Let's let them believe. Yeah. Yeah, the shepherd on the search. They love it. Oh, thank you, Natalie. So we used to do Elf on the Shelf, but what we have found is that our elf is very lazy. Just as the tooth fairy gets caught in inclement weather a lot, the elf does not remember to always move. I'm just saying, like, I do my best. Hello, Cynthia. Thank you. Yeah. So anyways, we've got this one little piece here and we're going to put it up there as a little window. Okay. And so, you know, you do the X on the door, but then you just do like the cross and the frame on the window. So we'll paint some things on here to make them fancy. What? Right. We could do some different colors, some white and some red. Did I bring red out here? Will you bring me my paints from the back room? I didn't bring all the paints I'm going to need. I was like, I don't know, y'all, like all of the cleaning and like decor changing has been a situation with me. The other day before yesterday, we were moving the piano and, oh, thanks, Cynthia. So we're moving the piano and I dropped the stinking thing on my toe, okay? I don't know if it's broken, but I imagine so. It's not one of the important toes, so I don't have a lot to like complain about. And it was only like the tip, so it's like, it's a toe. But it's made me extremely unmotivated, okay? So as you can see, I plan to have all this done, and this is not done. I wanted to get some things moved on the other side of the camera. Y'all don't see, like, I need that area done just for my sanity, okay? Oh, thank you, my love. Let's put some green. Let's put some red. No, is that right? What is this? Oh, okay. Thanks. And the white. Okay. You can just put those down there and if I need it all. Yes, it was not great. Linda figured the Santa story when our showed up drunk and fell down the basement steps. Holy cookies. That is quite a story, I'm sure. Santa had a little too much eggnog. All right, so this is going to be like a barn dominium type situation, okay? And then I have my little Dollar Tree. I don't know where I got that fabric on it. My little Dollar Tree Christmas tree here. And I think I loved the flocked ones, okay? So just look at that. Even with no paint on it, you can already like, I feel like I need a wagon or something crazy. But I'm still reading that comment. Santa fell down the basement steps one year. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Okay, let me go ahead and lay this down. And we'll get started doing some little things here. Okay, this little runner is usually black. So I'm just going to take my black paint and we're just gonna do that little piece right there. What? Huh? There's no paintbrushes over there. Oh yeah, there are paintbrushes over there. I'm gonna use this one right here. And I'm just gonna do the front of it and see. I can do the top because the top is kind of, it's got like a raw edge where I cut the wood. And so it's a different color than the aged picket fence wood because I had sliced it. But after I do all this is what I want to do. After I do all the painting and stuff, I can take some coffee grunge and grunge it. Hello, Shirley. Welcome from Virginia. Your piano chair fell on your big toe. No. Oh, gosh. See, the big toe, this is what, a few years ago, I had my big toe crushed. And apparently, hey, Irma, apparently that is like the most important of all the toes, is the big toe. Like if you lose your big toe or something happens to it, you're in trouble. Like you might have a situation with that. So, hi, Cassandra. I see you're watching. I just showed everybody your tags. So pretty. Anyway, so I've got that. Let me see. I need a more fine, just like a fine tip little deal to do the accents on my door here. And what I did, I have these that I'm going to use to do the top to give like the edging of the roof, right? I use like these big popsicle sticks. They are the 1.25 inches by 10 inches. So, and it's just the 45 pack that's Hello Hobby. Pretty sure I got it from Walmart. It's just a pack from Walmart. These big old popsicle sticks. So I just took one of those and then I just used that as a guide to scrape across with a pen that does not seem to be working. I was trying to write in my planner and it wasn't working well. I was like, well, I'll just use it for this. And so I just used it to kind of indent my wood a little bit so that I can paint a straight line. That is how I am getting away with painting a straight line. Y'all, I am not an artist. I am not like, let me take that back. Okay, I craft. I am an artsy person. I'm creative, but I'm not like naturally talented in the ways of painting. When I was in high school, I did sculpting and I was really good at that. But when it comes to painting, I am not the best. So, but maybe if I tried like some abstract. Yes, the big toe helps with balance. Yes, ma'am. Aw, thanks, Cassandra. Glenda, hello. If I miss your comment come through or I don't acknowledge it and I should be like seeing it, you think I should be seeing it, it's very possible that Mr. Facebook has filtered it and I'm not seeing it on my end. I go back after my lives and I try to, you know, like heart or respond or whatever to all the comments on my live. And sometimes, and even then I'll go through and it'll say most relevant, right? And so I won't see them all. And then I'll realize it's most relevant and I'll have to change it to all. The other day I was on an event and I had commented, and apparently I had also commented earlier in the day, and I did not remember it. Like, you know, when you're just kind of scrolling and doing stuff and whatever. Well, I had commented earlier in the day, and I was seeing after I commented, there were 2 comments, but I could only see the one comment that I had just made. And so, hey, Amanda. Thanks, Diane. So I was like, oh my gosh, somebody blocked me. Like, why did I get blocked? And so I sent it to my friend and I was like, hey, will you look and see who blocked me? And she's like, I can't see it. They must have blocked me too. Well, I put it in a group chat with 2 more friends, and one of those friends couldn't also see, but the 4th friend, or the 3rd friend, me included, the group of 4, the 4th lady, she could see, and she was like, dude, they're both you. And I was like, hey, Sandy. I was like, what? Why are we all blocked from me? That doesn't make sense. So Facebook just likes to play funny little comment games. Funny little games with our comments. Because clearly I'm not blocked from my own account. Praise God. Don't want that to happen again. But it was just a bunch of tomfoolery. Okay. So I've got my little X going. That already makes it so much more barn house style, right? Doesn't that just make it? Hey, Natalie. Oh, thanks. Thanks for the heart, Natalie. Yeah, so that's my funny little Facebook story from the other day where I had to just laugh at myself for not remembering that I had commented first off, and then thinking that somebody had blocked me. I'm just gonna go around this edge to give it like that barn door edge look, because you know they usually do like a border on it, just a little border, just a little black border. And I could do that in white. Sometimes they do that in white, but I want this to have some red, so we are going to do some red with this, and I will show you how I'm going to incorporate it without taking away the fence, the beautiful fence picket natural coloring, because I'm really loving the wood the way it is, but I still want it to have the barn house or barn look to it, right? What do y'all think about the barn dominiums? My husband loves barn dominiums. Hello. Oh, thanks, Lori. Hey, Cindy, how's it going? Thanks. Thanks, Cassandra. Yeah, I love these little wooden things. These wooden creations I've been doing. I'm pretty excited about it. And really, I love using the chop saw. I just feel so powerful. I feel so powerful out there using that chop saw. And my husband's, out of town. So he's just hoping and praying that he doesn't get a phone call that mom chopped her finger off or did something crazy, right? Because that is never, like, y'all have seen me with a hot glue gun. So that's never off the table as an option. No. You got a Facebook friend request for yourself yesterday? Oh my gosh, did somebody duplicate your account? Yikes, Linda. Yeah. I won't go that far. I won't go that far. But y'all should have seen me out there cutting this little piece. I was like, okay, Sandra, I'm not going to get too close. I'm not going to get too close. Okay. I had to really like make sure that I was on the far end of the blade because I was not going to risk losing a phalange. I've become quite accustomed to having 10 of them, and I would not enjoy having any less. And you know, when I had my toe crushed, it was a shock to my whole system, my whole body. And I had swelling all the way up to my knee. So I can imagine that if you did have an accident like that with your finger and a chop saw, I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit. If you did have a situation like that, or somebody had a situation like that, it would be quite a shock to your system, and it would definitely affect more than just your hand. So definitely don't want to be down in that manner, especially right before the holidays when we have so much stress and everything on us. Us ladies, us moms and grandmas and all of that, we got a lot going on during the holidays. Okay, so that's how it's looking with the little framing on the door. Now I'm going to do the window up here. I just want this to be dry so I don't get stuff everywhere, get black paint from me setting my hand there. Because I'll do it. Just go around and give this a little bit of edging. Okay. 25 minutes just went and flew on by like nothing. Like nothing. But that's how it is when I'm watching the other creators on Craft Around the Clock. I get so into those crafts and visiting with my friends that I just, I don't even realize how much time has gone by. And I have been the next creator and they're like, all right, I'll see you later. Kingdom Acres is up next. And I'm like, oh, oh no. Oh gosh, please don't let me knock over that whole bottle of black paint. That would be fun. That would be fun to clean up. And again, this is why my husband is uneasy about me using the chop saw while he's gone. And I posted my little chop saw video to YouTube, and somebody's husband probably got onto me for no safety gear, my shirt wasn't tucked in, like I wasn't wearing the glasses, like all this stuff. And I can't argue with him. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I'm just gonna blow on it with my mouth, right? He's not wrong. I should have been wearing those things. Yes, yes. I do my best over here, y'all. I do my best. My husband, if he's out there not wearing his stuff, I get onto him. Now, I've never thought about, like, needing to have my shirt tucked in. It does make sense, but where my chop saw is on the table, it's kind of high, so I don't think that it's that big of a deal for me personally. But I can see that as needing to be a safety precaution for most people. I can definitely see that as a necessity. All right, so I'm going to try to draw a straight line right up the middle. Let me just do this. I'm going to use my little pen, my little non-working pen here, and I'm going to try to find the middle. Middle-ish? Middle-ish? Okay. And then I'll just come over here And do a line down the center. Make sure I get it straightish and just go right down the center. Just that little indent helps me so much. I mean, it doesn't mean that it's not going to be like all shaky because I'm trying to be so precise, because that is a possibility of happening. But, okay, now I'm just going to go across. See, not as straight with me freehanding it. Definitely not as straight. That's okay. It still looks good. Okay. Like magic. Just kidding. But isn't that cool? Just out of a fence picket. I love it. I love it. Okay. So I am going to close my black. First thing, closing my black. Okay. Then I'm going to get out some red. And I need one of my little cheapy cheaps. Where's my cheapy cheaps? You know those, oh gosh golly. Arabella! Yoo-hoo! This is what I've done with my, well, while I wait for a child to come save me, because I need my specific paintbrush for what I'm doing. While I wait for her, I'm going to get started on the top. Hey, will you give me all those paintbrushes that are next to the coffee maker in the kitchen, please? This is antiquing wax, and this is what I do to the little popsicle sticks to make them look like they belong. I just use a chippy brush. Yes, all those. Were there any more over there? What did I do with them? All my Dollar Tree brushes are gone. Huh? No, they're like thick and they have bristles kind of similar to this. She's gonna look for me. Maybe in my bathroom. Can you look in my bathroom? This is me as an artist. I've got paintbrushes in every room of the house. Will you go look in the bathroom for any paintbrushes sitting next to the sink? Please. All right. And I'm just going back and forth. This is my antique wax brush because it just works so great. Okay. And then I'm going to use my snippety snips. Nope, those aren't it either. Holy cookies, what has happened to my... I know, they're just like throwing stuff at me now. This should work. Maybe this one will work. I just wanted something that's kind of like these bristles. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. The Dollar Tree brushes that have just kind of like chippy bristles. Anyways, let me clip this. Clip that rounded edge off because I do not want the rounded edge. Yes, yes, my love. The scrapbook paper is on the table in the back room. Okay, I'm trying to get this as straight as I can. Okay. You can always get like an emery brush, emery board, nail file type, and just kind of go back and forth to get it, smooth it out, straighten it out like that. And then, boom, it's straight. And then you just kind of chippy brush it in like that. And there you go, straight edge, straightish edge. Straightish. All right. Just need that one. I really need to invest in one of those cutter doodads. There's these fancy cutter doodads. I can't remember what they're called, but I've seen them. I have one on, I'm sure, on some list. But I think I have one on my Amazon cart, actually. Who else completely fills up their Amazon cart and then just like never checks out. Just like buys one thing at a time. My Amazon, I treat my Amazon cart like it's my priority wish list, okay? It's never something that I'm just like checking out with. Okay, yeah. I should be able to just cut this in half and use it on both sides. So I'm gonna try to figure out half on that. Let's see here. Is that half? Is that about half? Let's see. Oh man, that's all right. Just put that part towards the back. No big deal. Okay. There's that. Let's see if this part is going to fit my, yep. Okay. We just want it to be kind of, I just want to get that edge, make it brown too, like the rest. Where are we at? We've got 10 minutes. I'm going to put this top on, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the paint. I'm not going to have a ton of time to finish, but I am going to try to get close. Okay. Glues. Okay. Stand this puppy up. Up you go, puppy. And you're guilty? Yes, Lori, thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one who does this. I'm kind of known in my circle for being a crazy Amazon person. I don't know if I've told you all this before, but I'm always telling my husband that it's a real bummer when he spends all of my Amazon money on bills. I'm like, I be needing that money for Amazon, not for bills. That's boring. All right, so there's that one and that one, and doesn't that just give it a whole look by putting those pieces on there? Oh, this one's not as long. Okay, I'm gonna redo this part. I'm not gonna use this one. It's not long enough. Look, it's too short. Too short. Okay, that's okay. I can just make another one for that side. Not a big deal. But anyways, let me just, I'm trying to hurry here. Don't want to run out of time doing all of my plans and things. And I already told you guys I would show you how I'm going to incorporate that red. So I really want to get to that. But I also want to get the tag on there because I want y'all to see how cute it's going to be with the tag. So let's see what we can accomplish in 10 minutes. I had a timer on my phone earlier for 3 minutes. Well, I had it for longer, but it was about 3 minutes that it was fixing to go off, right? And, and in that time, in that 3 minutes and 30 seconds, I was able to curl my hair. Start to finish, curl my hair. Thanks, Lori. Aw, thanks, guys. You have a save for later list? Yes. I have lists that are like, you know, we done won the lottery, and then I have lists that are like, that is quite a bit longer than the other one. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Match it up here and mark it with my nail. Okay, and then I will cut it from there. So that should give me, right? That should give me what I need, hopefully. But I also have a mommy's present wish list. And so if anybody asks what I want for Christmas, and I know, they really like want to know, or, they really need it, my kids, I'll just send them my wish list, because I think that it's so helpful to just be able to shop for somebody off their wish list, right? A person's wish list also kind of shows you things about them, like what they're interested in and stuff. I'm all about knowing things about people. Yes. She wants to use the iPad to print out pictures of her and her best friend. Okay. Look at that. Looking so cute. Okay. Now I'm going to lay this down, and we are going to get the red, and I'm going to squeeze out a little bit on my paper here. Hopefully y'all can see that. And then, okay, there it is. It's like I set down the brush that I said I was going to use. And I need a little bit of, you can use instant coffee, you can use brown, you can use, I'm going to use some brown here just to kind of dull this up a little bit. Okay, because I don't want it so brightly bright red. If I had my instant coffee right here with me, I would probably be using that in here because I like to use that. Okay, now I'm just going to kind of like dry brush it a bit so I'll get off some of that excess. And I'm just going to go around these edges with the red, do a little bit up and down, just very lightly. I'm going real light with this because, again, I want it to keep most of the natural integrity of the wood on the color and just the weathering of it. And I like to use those Dollar Tree brushes because you can really blend well with those when you're dry brushing. They kind of dig a little bit deeper in, so, but that's okay. It's just those stiffer bristles that I like. These are more gentle, and that's okay. It's working for what I need it for. But that was just my preferred tool. I'm just trying to get it kind of the same level of red saturation on this side as I have on the other side, so it kind of matches. You see that? It just gives you the subtle feel of the red barnwood without having to completely paint it red. And that's what I'm going for. Just that country farmhouse. Okay, and this, you can leave it like that. Obviously, I'm going to put the slats down here, but if you had that, and then with our little Dollar Tree Christmas tree right there, like, that's a whole look, right? That is a whole look. You could definitely have a whole scene just with this, the way it is. Aw, thanks, Cynthia. Hello, Painted Hands Decor. Hello. All right. Okay, so now figure out a bow situation, or okay, that's what I was gonna do. Got my little strip of fabric here, and hopefully I have my scissors. Nope, I have pity scissors because somebody took Mom's don't touch scissors. I'm not going to mention any names. Oh, okay. It was Mom that took it. I got it. Thank you. You did have them. All right, so I've just got this long strip of fabric, and I'm going to cut it down to make a little bow. Okay, just enough. And even if not a bow, maybe I could just do like a little V with it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do a bow. I'm just going to do enough to do a little V, right? Maybe like here in the corner with my tag. Okay. And I would like, I don't know if y'all know this, but my maiden name is Joy. So I love all things that say joy on them. I just think they are so cool. Okay, I'm going to try ripping this to get, because I love the look of ripped tags. Okay, I'm going to go around it and try to get that ripped look. Hopefully I don't. A little bit more. Okay, got one more minute left. I'm really grateful to y'all for being here today. Big thank you to Miss Cassandra for sending me these darling, just absolutely darling fabric tags. They are so cute, so cute. Okay, I'm gonna tear that, and then I'm gonna tear right here to get this last side torn. All right, there we go. And tearing it just makes it even more. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this little something. What did I get on here? Oh, it's just black puffs. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that right on there, and that's gonna be, or I can put it on the Christmas tree too. I'm gonna put it on the Christmas tree, I think. All right, so that's all I have for today. Thank you again for being here today. Yes, the red. Thanks, Diane. Hi, Pat. Thanks again for being here today. Y'all be sure and go back to Craft Around the Clock and refresh for the next presenter. Y'all take care, and thank you for homemaking a homemade home with me today. Bye, y'all.